What's up guys, Sam Adams here and welcome to The Drop, which is a weekly series every single Monday here on my YouTube channel where I go through the top video game releases of the week and let you guys know what games are worth picking up if you are looking to pick up something new. And we've got a major franchise making a comeback after 17 years, a game that's getting a sequel that was pretty successful on the PlayStation 3, a 10-year anniversary edition of something else, and then a completely new IP, so it's kind of all over the board this week as far as new games go. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So first off, we've got the Swindle on the PlayStation 3, PS4, PS Vita, Xbox One, and PC, and this is pretty much a game where you break into all of these different facilities using hacking techniques, and you try and steal money from all of these people, which is pretty much just a heist game, and I think that that's pretty cool, especially since it is a platformer, and it's got a steampunk kind of art style and tone to it, so that's something we haven't really seen that much before, so this one might be worth picking up. But what's really cool about this game is that every time you play it randomly generates all of the levels, so you never play through the same thing twice. That's kind of one of the problems I had with A Clone in the Dark, one of the other platformer games that's kind of similar to this, that's on the PlayStation Store. I just kind of got bored with it. So if you're looking to pick up a new platformer or just try something new, if you've been playing a FPS all summer, then this one's coming out on the PlayStation Store, the Xbox One Marketplace, and the PC, I suppose, on Steam. Next up, A King's Quest Episode 1, A Night to Remember is coming out, and that is a pretty cool thing because this is the first entry into this King's Quest franchise in 17 years, and this game was originally announced at last year's Game Awards whenever Ken and Roberta Williams, the developers of the original King's Quest, were honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award for this franchise. It's a pretty major thing, pretty major award, especially since it's coming from something like the Game Awards. So pretty much King's Quest used to be a point-and-click adventure game that was really early. It was kind of archaic, and it's just kind of one of those names in the gaming industry that you just kind of have to admire. It's kind of like how Americans admire the Declaration of Independence. That's kind of how I see King's Quest. But this reboot is taking it in a completely different way. It's kind of going a Telltale route, and it's going into 5 episodes that are going to be coming out over the course of the next couple of weeks, and follows the story of King Graham, who is towards the end of his reign, towards the end of his life, and he's kind of looking back and reflecting on how he got to where he is today, and that's where the majority of the story comes from. And as you can imagine, the possibilities for this are endless, and I think that it's going to be an awesome experience. But where this game really shines and where it really interests me is that it is riddled with amazing voice actors, and 2 of the major ones that stick out to me are Christopher Lloyd and Tom Kenny. So Christopher Lloyd is Doc Brown in Back to the Future, and Tom Kenny does the voices for Spyro the Dragon from back in the PS2, PS1 days. He also does the Ice King from Adventure Time, and most notably, he does SpongeBob. So these are some pretty major voice actors, and I think that it is going to be an awesome experience to just hear all these people read their lines and really get into the story of A King's Quest. So this game is coming out, and I really recommend that you pick it up. It's $10 per episode, or it's $40 if you want to go ahead and buy the complete edition and get all of the episodes. So in the end, you're saving 10 bucks, and I mean, you can't really complain as far as that goes. But this is going to be one to experience, and it might actually win some awards at this year's Game Awards, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Ken and Roberta back on the stage whenever November and December rolls around. So again, this one's coming out this week on, I think, pretty much everything. Next up, Legend of K Anniversary is coming to the PlayStation 4, Wii U, and PC, which is kind of weird not to see an Xbox One release of this game, but it was originally released on the PS2 10 years ago, and it's where you play as a warrior who is trying to defend their peaceful territory from invading gorillas and rats that have taken over, and it's kind of a I don't want to say childish, but this game just doesn't cater to someone my age. Obviously, this game is developed mainly for the people that played this franchise back in the day on the PlayStation 2, and that's something that's definitely admirable because a developer put a lot of time and effort to kind of remaster this and make it look as good as possible. There are new textures, obviously a 1080p 60 frame resolution, which is pretty much the standard for today's gaming, or it should be, and they try to get it there, but sometimes that doesn't work out. Anyways, this game looks pretty good if you were a fan of the original, or you're just looking for something to kind of bring back that childhood nostalgia, I suppose. And it's going to be $30 on the PS4 and Steam, and then $25 on the Wii U. I'm not really sure why $5 less on the Wii U, maybe to boost sales, but regardless, it's coming out on all of those consoles this week. Finally, last but not least, N++ is coming to the PlayStation 4, and this is the sequel to N+ that was released on the PlayStation 3 back in its prime. There were a lot of P's in that sentence. But this is an interesting kind of game. You play as a ninja who is evading robots and collecting gold on these kind of platformer minimalistic style levels, and that's pretty interesting, I suppose. But this game has a lot of improvements over the last version of the game. You've got thousands of new levels, new enemies, a level editor with sharing capabilities, and of course better physics-based gameplay. So if any of those things sound appealing to you when you played the last game, then you might want to consider picking this one up. It's $19.99 whenever it comes out on the PlayStation 4 store for regular members, or PlayStation Plus guys can pre-order for $15.99 today and get it tomorrow. But in the next couple of weeks or months, there's going to be an update that pretty much doubles the size of the game, and with that update is going to come a price raise. So if you want the best price for this game and you really know that you're going to play it, I would recommend purchasing it today, getting it for $15.99 and saving a lot of money. But if you just want to wait and see how it turns out, you can wait until it's $20, or you can wait until the big update and it's $25. Either way, I think that this is going to be a pretty good game, and you might want to keep an eye on this one if you are a PlayStation 4 gamer looking for a new kind of platformer to experience. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of The Drop. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what games you are looking forward to in the next couple of weeks, or today, or in the next year. Just tell me what you guys are looking forward to so I can know what kind of games you guys play. And of course, if you are new to the channel or you've never seen any of my other content, I upload new stuff 4 or 5 days a week depending on the week, so there's always something new on the channel whenever you drop by to check out some content. And if you enjoy what you see over there, you might want to consider clicking subscribe or share this video so that other people can find my channel. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.